Hi everyone, it's Kirei here with my latest layout for Bramble Fox, and I'm using a couple of the perspectives from the May Fox box, and you'll just have seen them there on the left. I do end up only using the blue perspectives, the Snapshot and the little blue camera. Okay, so I am using a couple of different collections actually, just using up a bit of my stash. So I've got these papers here from Bella Boulevard to the Moon, and I've cut up the triangle elements, and I'm going to use a couple of those. I start with two blues, but I just the photo is of my nephews, and one of them is wearing a very red shirt, and I felt like I wanted to bring some red in, so I've cut the triangle shape into out of the red pattern paper as well, and I'm just figuring out what I'm going to do. So I'm going to pick the pale blue and that red, and I'm going to work with those. So I'm going to use the Snapshot as my title, and I'm going to add the little camera perspective as an embellishment. And these are from the Fox box, which, if you didn't know, it's a monthly collection of fabulous acrylic embellishments, and they're delivered to you each month. Essentially, it's a subscription, a monthly subscription. And there's a couple of great subscriber benefits. Actually, you get 15% discount in the shop. You also get exclusive designs from the Fox box. The camera is actually one of those. And an inspirational foxzine, like a little magazine with exclusive designs in there for you to be inspired by. And if you do join today, you'll be entered into the April prize draw for a fabulous prize collection of Bramble Fox goodies. So lots of great incentives to sign up and become a subscriber to the Bramble Fox box. Okay, so what am I doing here? Okay, so I decided I was just going to back the letters of the perspective, and I've just picked one of the pattern papers, and I'm just drawing through those and cutting them up. And I think I'm going to sort of speed up in a moment, and you'll see the end result very shortly. Here we go. And there's my two triangles. I've added two extra pieces in the darker sort of navy blue there. However, this layout sat like this for about 2 days, and with the large triangles, and I just couldn't. I kept coming to it, moving the papers around, and it just wasn't working for me. So I came up with something different. So I've completely changed what I'm doing, and I'm now cutting up the triangle into smaller pieces, and I'm going to sort of do a sort of diagonal design across my layout with the blues on the top, sort of top right, and the red on the bottom left. So completely changed tact. So it does happen at times where some things just don't come together and it's just not working for you, and it really wasn't. I just kept coming and looking at it on the desk, and I kept pushing the papers around, and I really didn't get anywhere. So I'm really pleased with how how it ended up, with the smaller pieces here and this new design. So I'm just going to distress the edges of all the triangle pieces. Those of you who know me know I definitely don't really work with sort of flat edges, if you like. I like a bit of texture, a little bit of added dimension. So all the edges are now distressed. I've got a few extra red ones I decided to add in. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just scoring them through the center and folding them. I'm actually going to create sort of a little bit more dimension by using the folded elements. So I'm just going through and scoring all of those, and doing the same with the red, because I decided that the flat, I didn't want them just flat, so I wanted to do something a bit different. So I'm going to score them, and then I'm actually going to stitch them all down with some white thread through the center, which I think you'll see very shortly. Just finishing that scoring. Okay, here you go. Okay, they're all stitched down now. You can see where I'm going now with the layout. So got my photo, and I just want to add a mount to it. So I'm actually just taking some of these smaller triangle scraps, and I'm just going to create add them to each of the corners to create a mount for my photo. So just taking a mix of the different ones. I've tried to sort of stick with a sort of tone on tone, I guess, effect. So the sort of reddy tones to the left of the photo and the blue tones to the right of the photo as much as possible anyway. So I'm just sort of playing around and working out which bit is going to go where. And of course, I will also distress all of the edges, as you can see here, before I stick them down to the back of my photo. Okay, I'm going to add a pattern one down there. And then I think, as if by magic, here we go, we're all done. So I'm going to mount that with some sticky back foam and just get that photo in position so that I can start to add my embellishments. So I'm just making sure, of course, it has to be straight. So I use my T-square ruler just to make sure that it is. And now I'm going to start bringing in the embellishments. So I've got this, all I've got, to be fair, is this sticker sheet. It's from Simple Stories Family Fun. And but the colours are nice and bright, which is sort of perfect with these Bella Boulevard papers. So I'm just sort of pulling out really the sort of icons that match, if you like. So the reds and then the blues to the top. So, and then just adding the sort of pops of black. I quite liked how that looked, so that little banner there. So I'm just really playing around. Nothing's stuck firmly or anything yet. I'm just sort of layering them on. Some of those pieces are just sat there. That isn't how they end up at all. But I'm just sort of gathering what I think could go where before I get it all stuck down. So, yeah, so there's lots of like fun, bright icons that I think work perfectly with the photo of my two very cute nephews. So here we go. They are, I think, pretty much all stuck down. Oh, I forgot one. So just adding the little tab one, just tucking that in there, and the photo layers. And then I have my perspective, my camera. It says Smile on it. It's very cute, and it's an exclusive from the May Fox box. So I'm just sticking that down, and now I'm sticking down my Snapshot title, making sure that is also lined up perfectly straight. And then I'm going to add some journaling below the title. And I do that off camera, actually. So I'm just ruling the lines, and I'm pulling out some of my older enamel dots from my stash, just a few black ones, just at both of the clusters. I just wanted to add a little bit more pop of black, so I'm just adding that there. And I think I'm actually going to stick them down with some glossy accents, mainly because they're older enamel dots, and sometimes the sticky isn't as good, so I'm just making sure they're nice and secure. And then I think I'm almost done. And then I decided that I wanted to add some white splatters. Lots of people do it, and I really like the effect, actually. I see lots of other scrapbookers using it, and I've used it a bit myself, actually. I just like the effect of adding white splatters over both sides of the layout, so around the two clusters. So just mixing up some white acrylic paint with water. I think I must add water about 5 times to get it watery enough so that I can get a good splatter with it. But I really like how this layout turns out in the end, considering I started with a very different look and feel. So here you go. There's the final layout with the close-ups are coming up so you can see the perspectives. I hope you've enjoyed watching this process video. If you have enjoyed it, please give me a like and subscribe to my channel. And thank you very much, and I'll see you in my next video.